besties, welcome back to another episode of Bestie Vibes podcast. Today's topic is something that everyone can relate to: people pleasing.
Let's be real. How many times have we said yes to things that we didn't even want to do, or even bit our tongue because we didn't want to say something that might hurt or offend someone else?
People pleasing isn't just being nice. For some, it's how they're raised, and for others, it's literally how they function.
It's not about being nice or being kind because we need to be kind people, we need to be nice people, but it's when you actually put other people's feelings before your own.
So let's talk about the roots of it. How does it actually happen? Because it doesn't happen out of nowhere. You're either raised with it, or it's a culture thing.
Culture is a big thing actually. Our culture is beautiful with a lot of the things that we do. I love our culture, but people pleasing is so deep rooted, especially when it comes to elders. The respect for elders and making sure we don't say something in front of them to hurt their feelings. I'm not saying be disrespectful or anything, but it's just so big on it.
Like the don't talk back rule.
Always.
When you're supposed to be that nice girl, be respectful, don't talk back or don't say anything. Even sometimes they could say something like unreasonable. You have to keep your mouth zipped.
And it happens all the time. It's like not a one time thing. It's like throughout your childhood, from when you're a toddler, they say, okay, don't say that, or make sure you do this, make sure you do that in front of these elders. It's just each step of our life, we're told to do it a certain way. And then at the end of the day, we just become those people to be people pleasers.
And then we become these over apologizer, over accommodator. And the next thing you know, we're just exhausted.
It's actually very draining because at this point, you're just not only taking care of yourself, you're actually taking care of others more. And you're just suppressing your own feelings to put other people's feelings first.
And we even say yes to the things we don't even want to do. Like, have you ever been to a gathering or somewhere you didn't want to go to?
It's funny you ask it because how my every time I've complained to you, and I'm not saying I'm complaining because I don't want to go to gatherings,
Yeah.
but pre-COVID,
Yeah.
we all had works that we had to go and be in office every single day, and I work downtown, so for me
Yeah.
the commute was always such a long distance to go. So I remember I had this really tough week at work where I worked every day, went to the office, came back, and then on the weekend, it was Saturday, I had my makeup booking. So I had a full day of booking. But I had committed to going to some family gathering, which
Yeah.
honestly, now that I remember, it wasn't even a big occasion or anything. It was just a random visitation.
Okay.
And I had said that I will go, and they live
Yeah.
pretty far. I didn't say, oh, you know what, I'm not going to go. There's so many other people going. It's okay if I don't go. I just said, you know what, if I don't go, it's bad because, they're going to feel bad that I don't care about them. I didn't show up because I'm the kind of person that goes to a lot of places, right? So if I don't go to a certain place, I don't want that person to feel bad that I don't give them value or don't care for them. So because of that reason, I went.
Yeah.
And you know what happened? I was sick for the next few days because I pressured
You
myself.
overtire yourself. And that's what it is. We put others' feeling first without putting ours. And then next thing you know is you overtire yourself, you're exhausted, you become sick. And guess what? Nobody really cares that point.
In a way, they don't, because I think when you're honest and when you talk about your feelings and when you just tell people how you feel and that you don't want to do certain things, just not because you don't care for them or you don't value them, but just because that just doesn't work out for you for that period, I think that's a lot more better for you, for the other individual, than
Yeah.
putting that pressure, because now at this point you won't even enjoy doing those things anymore.
There was one time that I had to go to a birthday party, and I also had guests that same day that wanted to come to over my house, and of course I couldn't say no to the birthday party I already committed to, and to the people that wants to come see me. So it's like I gotta do both, and I can't say no to any of them, and I have to do this. And guess what? I did it. I did both. I went to the birthday party. I came home
You have
and
such
I
a
had to
rush.
prepare for dinner. It's like boom, boom, boom. You don't want to say no.
And I know it's different when someone's coming to your house, you can't really say no, but at the same time, why do you think you did that?
Like, why am I putting other
Yeah.
people's feelings
You could have
first?
thought about this. You know
Yeah.
what? The birthday, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have such a crazy day. Then imagine the
Yeah.
cooking, cleaning, all that.
Yeah.
What really made you do this?
So I think I was raised with this. I think it's because how I've seen people around me do it. I've seen my mom, my family doing it all the time, putting people, feeling first, saying, "Oh, it's bad if you don't if it's bad if I say no to someone coming over my house, and that's not
going to some.
exactly committing something and saying no, it's just rude, it's just disrespectful." So I think it's like, for me, it's how I was raised with it, and that's what it is. I
And the
take the
crazy thing
measure.
is when you say that, because we're all raised in that way, and it's obviously we have a beautiful culture, like I said before. Like Afghans are just always about like being hospitable, just
Yeah.
welcoming our guests at home, making sure everyone's happy around us, and it's a beautiful thing. I
It's,
love it about like
yeah.
I love that about my culture and about
Yeah.
how I've seen my mom do it, my parents and my family doing it.
The family gathering, someone coming
Exactly.
over your house. We
It's so
love
nice.
that.
But I think the one thing we overdo is always putting those people first. And the crazy thing is, like, the number of times I have told my mom, even like me and my sisters, we always tell my mom, sometimes we're like, Mom, like, it's okay. Sometimes, like, if you can't go to this event or to this place, it's okay if you don't show up. If it's okay if someone's coming by and you're not home and you have other priorities. Like, you know how many times my mom has actually canceled her own plans because someone called?
That's what it is.
And you know, it's funny because I used to be the one to tell my mom not to do it, but I'm actually the one who
Oh
does
my
it.
God, we
Like,
carry that
we
thing
carry it.
over.
But how do we break that cycle?
I don't think you can just break it right away. I personally think you have to start very small. Like, if you can't answer that phone, it's okay. Like, just say, you know what? I'll catch up with you later.
Yeah.
Like, I'll call you back. Like, small things that makes you feel like, oh, you need to always be there or answer that. Like, just start small. And it's okay to say no. It's okay to put yourself for small or big things first.
I think that's a really good point because starting small helps a lot. Like I've actually that works like magic for me.
Yeah.
So every time I see a call from Shab,
Don't do that to me. I'll be offended. Do not do not
yeah,
ignore
but
my calls.
okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
my own
yeah.
experience,
Okay.
right?
I got
So every
offended.
time I see a call, no, okay, I'm not gonna say every time, but when I see calls from Shab, and if I can't talk, I put my phone down and I say I can't do this right now.
You know what? The funny thing is, I swear, like I always know when I'm calling you what you're doing. Like in my back of my head, I know when you're like looking at the phone and putting it away. I'm like, I think she ignored me. Then I'm like texting you, I'm like, it's emergency pickup. I'm like,
But you know what my biggest fear is? Every time I get a call from you,
you get scared.
I swear, I feel like you're gonna be watching me from my camera, just looking at my phone screen. So you know what I do? I just like close it.
Because you know that I have that sixth sense
You
about
have a
you
really strong
not
sixth
picking up
sense.
my phone because I know you for so long. I know, like I'm literally like, attached to you so
Okay,
deep.
no, Margaret, but you know
Oh no, I
how
know.
much time do we spend talking with each other on the phone?
An
And
hour. So when I'm calling her, she's probably like, "Oh, I'm not
no,
investing 1 hour in this girl because
sometimes you don't
we're
have that
talkers.
time.
Like we
So
go on the phone and we're like a nonstop." And
this is actually a prime example
yeah, it
of
is.
people pleasing. No matter how much we talk, no
Yeah,
matter how much time I've given you and how many times I've answered your call, you're actually upset that I
I'll get
didn't
offended.
pick up your calls, right? Like I came honest and I told
Yeah.
you there are times that, I say no to certain calls because I'm not ignoring you. I just can't do it at
No,
that
of
moment.
course. Yeah.
But you got a little bit upset. I know our relationship and our friendship is very
Yeah.
different, but no matter what we do and no matter how much we do, we have to remember at the end of the day, we will never be able to satisfy people. We'll never be able to make them happy to the extent that they want to be. So we have to remember to say no. We have to give ourselves permission to disappoint people. I don't mean purposely. I mean, it's okay if you say no, if it's okay if you don't show up, and it's okay if you can't pick up that call right now. We're not responsible for everyone's happiness.
And please stop using a whole paragraph to explain yourself
Oh
when
my
you
God,
said
yeah.
no.
Over
Because,
explaining.
yeah, you don't need to do that. People don't owe you anything. You don't need to go and write an essay saying, oh, I didn't come here because of this, or I can't come because of this reason.
As a community, let's start paying attention to why we're saying that yes. Is it coming from fear or from guilt? Or is it really something you want to do?
Let's be honest. At first, it's going to be awkward to say no or start, because they're going to be like, oh, like, how did she get
It's gonna be like a
like
surprise, like,
yeah,
whoa.
yeah. But you know what, at the end of the day, it will be weird in the beginning, but you will get used to it. It will get easier.
People pleasing is not always bad, but it's just about the balance. It's about not losing yourself in the process.
We said our piece, and now we want to hear it from you. Please don't forget to share that with us. Until next time, please take care of yourself because you deserve it.